My man, my man. Okay, here's the beauty of this, gang. You know what? It's been a real weird week. It's time to have a little bit of fun. My guy right here, Martin Truex Jr. I'm talking about Hooked Up Jack. Welcome to Zona Live, presented by Humminbird. Ain't that right, killer?
It is right. Crushing them already. Hey, look at the...
Ooh, look at that one moving right there. Slow down, slow down.
Look at
Everybody
the
slow
build
down.
on this sucker. I mean, he's like... Come on.
You're watching Zona Live. Brought to you by Humminbird.
Yeah, the show open has happened, hasn't it? Gang, number one, I gotta say it's been a weird week. Thank you for joining us. We're on Mr. P's Lake. Some of you have seen this lake before, but we've kind of left society with my guy right here, Martin Truex Jr. Tell the folks at home, if you would, about the last 24 hours here.
Oh, it's been epic. We crushed them yesterday. We fished for, what, 4 hours, 5 hours?
Yeah.
And probably caught, I don't know, 50, 60, 70. I mean, it's a crazy amount of 3, 4, 5 pounders. So.
Yes. Zona Live, presented by Humminbird with my guy, Rockstar, NASCAR, racer, driver. Get my crew over here, Steve Bowman, Ron Moore. And I have to apologize, Wes Miller in the back. We got Eric Kafka, the whole crew at JM, Bassmaster.com, and we're going to turn it loose here, gang. We've been out for 45 minutes, and here's the best thing I could say. They biting. They are biting, and they are biting, and they're biting. So, pardon me for being loquacious this morning. Got it in already.
Loquacious.
Yeah. Let's get it out. Okay.
This looks good.
It does. Ronnie Moore, real quick, while we're starting here, we do have some prize giveaways today, correct?
We do indeed, Z. We've got a couple prize packs, like you mentioned. Most are from Humminbird, because this is presented by Humminbird. Apparel packs from Humminbird. You can win a Lake Master chip of your choosing, whatever region you want, wherever you live. There'll be Zona prize packs, as always, 1 or 2 of those at least. And then some TH Marine goodies as well. Tackle Titans and some different things that will help you store baits out on the water. Should be a good day, Z.
I think so.
We're wearing shorts to start off. I'm sure wearing shorts at least. Short sleeves.
And what's amazing is, once you find them right now, you find them.
Yeah, they're all schooled up, clustered up. I mean, what? You find a spot and catch 8 or 10.
Yes.
I mean, miss a couple, but...
Oh my gosh. I had the safety off on that one.
You about poked a hole in the camera lens on that one.
Wow. Oh, there he is. Here he comes. Here he comes.
I see him.
There's a bunch.
There's two of them.
Hold on. I got some medicine for him. But we had some explosions this morning. We started with topwaters. But yesterday we threw a thunder cricket almost all day, because there was real bad storms that moved through Arkansas, and it's hard to believe, but there was like 1-foot waves out here. And what was amazing yesterday is catching them on a thunder cricket. You could not reel it fast enough yesterday. It was like you were fishing for smallmouth. Where'd they go?
Probably right off that edge right there.
Yeah. There was like 3 or 4 of them. But if you've watched Zona Show and Zona Live, we do one cheat day a year where we fish a private lake. And we decided, obviously, with everything going on, and there's one. Everything going on in the country. Oh, there's a bunch right there. Look at that one right there. There is a pile of them in front of us. With everything that's going on in the country, we had to keep we had to keep this chute close. Whoa, easy, Zackers. We had to keep this chute close to Little Rock. That's a nice one. Look at him. Look at him up front. My man.
It should be a pal there, Z. Grab him.
I got him.
Double fist him.
I got him. Oh, there's a start right there. Oh, yes. Is
A couple of chubs.
nice chubs. A couple of Jackie Chublins. That is fantastic. That's a nice one.
Yeah, nice one. It's right in that little trench there.
Uh-huh. Look at the trench right there. See it? Look at that.
Oh yeah.
There's the trench right there. But here's what I've known, gang, and I've learned about my friend MTJ up there. Martin Truex is a race car driver that is a fisherman. Look at this kid up here.
That couldn't have went any more perfect.
He drives a car just so he can bass fish. I learned that yesterday real quick. Hey, that old boy came to play. My man.
Thank you, buddy.
I've been fortunate enough to fish with a lot of folks that like fishing, but they don't get to do it a lot. My vibe is hanging with him. He does it in an embarrassing amount, if you know what I mean.
As much as I can.
Boy, he got it.
They are pretty fish, man. Look at that thing. I mean, he's like 2.5 pounder anywhere else. He's 4 here.
Yeah.
I mean, just.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get up there and see if I can grab some of that.
Go get you one.
Real quick, you know what I mean? Oh, there is a big one right there. Uh-huh. One just, I watched him slide right up. There he is, there he is, there he is. You ready? You ready?
Yeah, pitch
You
it
ready?
at him.
You see him?
Yeah.
Oh, there's 2 of them. There's 2 of them. Hey. Look at the size of that one. Ooh. I don't think we should move.
I think they were sitting down in here and they just swim up on that flat and go back in.
Yeah, they come out of them trenches, I guess.
Yeah.
There he is. Here he comes.
Oh, yeah.
Got it.
Sight
Got
fishing.
it. That is great.
See if we can do another double here.
Yeah, let's do that. And what's been amazing is this spring, it's been mild, but it's also, we've had real cold nights. And the last 2 nights have been real warm. Like we woke up this morning and it was humid as could be, and you know it's warm when the dogwoods start blooming. And what's funny is these fish haven't started spawning yet in this lake. There's not, Bowman saw one bed, a starter one, right? Saw one bed. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back up my man with a little Strike King Super Fry right there, okay? That's a little, when they're up cruising, we just don't have a lot of wind. A smart person would lock that.
Another one swimming around in front of us.
My man, maybe just lock that in your hand.
So awesome.
I mean, they're swimming all over right here. I see them.
Good job, Bubba. Look at that one. Look at that one right there. Look at that one.
Yeah, they're swimming all over right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang right here.
They love that. They love that thunder cricket. They love it as much as I love it.
And and the whole reason, Ronnie, you and I talked about this. We just needed to get out and have a little fun today. You know?
Yeah,
Get some good spirits going.
for sure. We've been cooped up. Figured we'd come and hang out with some carnivorous friends, you know?
Well done. Well done. Oh.
I mean, you're going to sit here and probably catch 10 or 15 of these things. That little worm.
See, we blasted through here yesterday on high. and we caught probably a dozen right here, but it was gassing. And I said, let's just leave this. And it's hard to see right now on Eric's camera or Wes's camera, but there's high spots you could stare at on that 360, and there's trenches cut through them, okay? And those fish will just run those trenches, but not one bed, not one. I am throwing a spinning rod on this lake. What am I doing? What am I doing? So dumb. Okay, I'm done with that for a while.
Put that thing down.
Yeah, that's not what we're here to do. we're here to make Rachel cry.
As soon as live starts, picks up a spinning rod.
Yeah.
Surprised it didn't have a tube
That
on
was
it.
possibly the dumbest thing I've ever done in my entire life, taping. They're biting a frog and I put it down.
The little entrenchers are on to us.
Yeah, come back to us.
It's going over here. See.
Ooh, we just need that, my man. Did he blast it?
Yeah, he blasted it. Come off. Every once in a while, they get the back of it. Pull the thing down.
You need another one? You good?
I'll get a couple more out of it.
But if you watch Zona's show, we've come to this little lake several times, Mr. P's Lake. I've been here with Greg Hackney, last year Clark Wendlandt, and it is the finest fishing lake. They've said it. It is the finest bass fishing lake I've ever seen in my entire life. To come and catch numbers of 3.5 to 8 pounders. I mean, we had several yesterday that were in the 7.5 to 8 range. Oh my. I can't take it. I got to join you. I got to join you.
You want some thunder?
I need some of that thunder. Okay. And that's right there is how we caught them yesterday working this thing.
They like it fast.
Mm-hmm. There was a bunch back there. I don't know if we got good enough cell service, but back in that pocket right there, there's another mother load of them sitting. We're gonna keep them honest out here for a little bit. Yeah, Ronnie. Yeah, it's coming. Don't worry. What was funny yesterday when we were out here, and you wouldn't, gosh, we did catch a lot yesterday, right up in there.
Yeah, that next high spot up there.
Yeah. What was funny yesterday, you'd go through a dry spell like this and be like, wow, we're just not around them. And then it was just an artillery range. Boom, boom, boom. We'll keep them honest out here. They're going to be on one of them. caught him right there.
Come on.
Say it again.
Come on. Talking to the fish.
Oh, yeah. We'll get in another little wad of them. But the way we caught them on these thunder crickets yesterday is exactly how I fish. I was telling Martin that when we were driving back to.
Oh. Short strike.
I'm gonna lock us down right there, Bowman, real fast. Is how I fish a bladed jig for smallmouth. I shot a show with Brandon Polinick this year to where you just keep it. Ay, ay, ay. Good one. Yeah. I shot a show with Polinick up on Lake Ontario. Look at how that bass is built right there. That, would you call it a perfect carnivorous feeding machine? See how he's built? Pre-spawner, eating crawdaddies, bluegill. Bye. Bye. But what I did there, that's a half ounce thunder cricket, 20-pound Seagar Brazix. Look at my man up there. My man. I mean, up there stoning them with cowboy boots. And I don't know if it means anything, but we've added.
Oh, that's a good one.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm not scared to catch one right down here in the driver's seat. See what I mean?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one.
Go to Uncle Z.
How about that? Wow. That is a perfect largemouth bass right there. Isn't it? Look at how that thing's built.
Just a toad. Got him.
Good job. Good job. It really does.
Yeah, right?
It does.
Ooh, look at me. Be pretty.
Okay.
Say we do that again.
Yeah. Was he up on that high spot?
Yep, right on it.
Yep. Yep. Gonna be a fun day.
I mean, I fished these thunder crickets a lot. I ain't never reeled one as fast as we've been reeling these things for 2 days. I mean, just.
And what helps it.
Wide open.
What helps it. I was sitting down there before he caught that. We're throwing it on 20-pound of Brazix. That 20-pound line lets you keep it real high. If you're throwing it on 15 or 17, you can't. It'll bog down. And there's too much algae in here right now. If it bogs down, oh, I'm gonna get a bite right here. Look at that trench.
You're getting to be able to see pretty good now.
I can see all the lanes. Oh, he bit it.
Get him. Get him.
That was like the most. Oh, he come off.
Oh, gosh. It's right back in there. There's probably like 7 of them. It's like a little maze of underwater roads, you know? You're just cruising around through them. Going in.
Do it. That's a weird way to fish it, though. You'll miss a lot. You're burning it so fast. Like yesterday, we were probably, both of us were 7 for 10, I'd say. But I've caught them like this. Smallie fishing, and I caught a bunch taping with Drew Benton last year, riding it real high like that and smoking it. But it was funny, like yesterday, you'd slow it down, and it would totally, you wouldn't even get a bite. Okay, Bowman, we'll come back around that way, dog. I'm gonna slip around this way to stay off the top of them. Just want to feel out if they're moving or. Do you have one?
Yeah.
Martin, I know we did not get bit on that island yesterday. We've got it.
Shorten me up a bit.
We've got a new one.
Yeah, I get it.
Right under your foot.
Z,
Yes, sir.
you cool if we fire some questions?
Hey, Ronnie, drop the clutch, bro.
Drop the clutch.
Pop the
Okay,
clutch.
first
Drop
one.
the hammer.
Pop it.
Wanted to talk about some northern friends, some guys up in your neck of the woods asking, can you explain the migration of bass from an ice out to where do they rush to the bank? That time is probably pretty quick up there.
Up by my house.
Yeah.
You know what's weird is generally, this is no joke. Generally, what I try to do is all I do is I follow the migration of bluegill. Okay, if you follow the migration of bluegill, what for the most part, when we lose ice, bluegill are in whatever live grass is left, which is generally 8 to 20 feet of water. But what was funny was we had a mild winter. My man, we had a real mild winter. And I posted a couple pics last week of really, really big ones up north. And a lot of our grass never died. You know what I mean? A lot of our grass never died. And I caught them last week with a buddy in 1 to 3 foot of water, that's unheard of in Michigan. But oh my gosh, just slacklined at like 3 feet.
I love it.
There he is. Look at here. Look at here. I'm talking about
Flipping.
dadgum Arkansas Mr. P stud. A lot of our grass stayed alive because it was a mild winter. We only had ice for like a week. And it was funny, like last week I was fishing where they should have been. 8 to 15 feet, and I was catching just enough to trick me. And I was answering an email to JM Associates in Blue and Shallow. Oh gosh, that's fun.
Reading this hole, man.
Yeah. And I blew up shallow, and I caught like a 5-pounder, one just under 5 pounds, and it was staggering how many yearling bluegill were up there. Here's the best way to put it to somebody up north. Stare at where the panfish are right now. Wherever the pan fishermen are, that's where the bass are.
That one was from Travis Mag, M-A-A-G, from from Zona's Facebook.
T-Mag.
I've got it. T-Mag, yeah, T-Mag. This one's kind of a dual question for both of y'all from John Holtz asking both Z and...
John Holtz is a friend of the program.
He is a friend of the program. All programs Bass and Us related. For Z and Truex, how much does a daily routine play in your lives? How much, with your serious schedules, prep time, how much does a change in routine throw y'all off with the norm?
I'll let Martin answer that.
Man, it throws me off a lot, you know. We have like when the season starts, really, we have like pretty much a schedule that we keep. I mean, it's every week. It's all the same. You know, you do the same thing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday usually. And, you know, it depends. You throw in a fishing trip here and there or some playtime. But for the most part, it's set schedule. I know what I'm doing in 3 months from now on a Monday and on a Thursday and on a Friday and a Saturday and a Sunday. So it's crazy times like we got now.
It's weird.
It's just weird. It just doesn't feel right. Like it feels like I'm doing something wrong, like I'm skipping school today, you know? But
you are.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I am, I guess. But it's like, you know, eventually we get back to normal and get back to doing our normal stuff. But it definitely throws you off, especially the first, you know, week of not doing things you normally do.
Everything's just odd, you know. we're all chomping at the bit to cover the Elite Series right now, and we came off a really awesome classic at Guntersville, and then you want to keep the ball rolling and get stuff done. Especially, I mean, this is the time to catch them, to bass fish from Texas to Tennessee and Alabama. I mean, this is when the big ones are biting, and it's
smoked it.
That one bit it really good. The hard part is, that's a big one.
Oh, you about jumped in the boat.
Why not? The hard part is when your schedule is a certain thing, and then and everybody watching this is the same way right now. You equate it to when these guys get a rain delay, and you're like, you wanna go, and you just can't right now. That's kind of why we've hit in the middle of nowhere, just to play hooky to keep our sanity.
We're playing hooky and we're kind of not at the same time.
Exactly. But I'm pretty sure if I would have stayed at home for a few more days, the Scorpion woman, Karen. This is a nice time out for the whole family right now. We never got bit there yesterday, Martin.
That's a good sign. Maybe they'll be stacked.
I mean, my man's a stick. I mean, if we ever have a bass brawl on Bassmaster.com this year, I got myself a partner.
I appreciate that.
You see the high spot, right? My man. Never got a bite out here.
No.
Wow.
They're here today, brother.
Uh-huh.
This is kind of a tough lake to do questions on because y'all just
It's hard to answer questions when you're jacking fish.
That's a fine problem, Ron.
That is a fine problem.
I mean, they're all just beautiful.
Just Jackie Chublins.
Jackie Chublin.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Good
Z,
list.
you can answer this one as well,
Sir.
but this one specifically for Truex.
Okay.
Fan at home, Chris Shields wants to know, curious what song you sing in your head when you're out there racing and everything's just going well, running good times, just running consistent race. What song gets in your head when you're in the zone?
Okay.
Song. I don't really think of songs when I'm racing, I'll be quite honest with you.
You go numb, don't you?
I mean, I'm like,
Autopilot.
I'm just like, oh, hell yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, somebody's going to win.
This is a good day. I'm doing good. Everything's rolling. And you're just amped up, jacked up, trying to stay focused. I mean, you're really not, at least for me, I mean, I'm not thinking of music at all. I'm thinking of how do I keep it going? There's not a whole lot of times in a race car when you do like something that a normal person would do. Like, think of a great driving song or something, but it's like laser focus, I guess you'd call it.
A little different going 160 compared to just 60 on the highway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that really answers the question, but I don't really ever think of music when I'm in the car. I think.
So what do you listen to when you're going 60?
Yeah, like what do you do?
Yeah, so
what do you
what's
listen to
your
when you go down the
stuff when
highway?
yeah.
I mean, I'm a big country music fan, I'll be honest.
I'll be darned.
I like rock and roll too. I like a little bit of everything. But on the bank. On the bank, son. Yes,
And I
sir.
mean a good one.
A stud.
Ooh, that is a good one. Ooh. Oh my. That's the shallowest we've caught one.
She's wanting to spawn there,
Yeah.
Z.
Hey, let's hang on to that one.
Hey,
till
let's
later.
hang on to that one for a
Yes,
picture.
sir. For the social media kids. That's a nice one. Yeah, man.
We might have to run this bank a little bit
Yeah.
here.
Again, never got a bite yesterday there.
There. Coming back under your feet there, buddy. You're good. Fly.
Fly,
Yeah.
Eagles, fly. Bringing it.
Bring in the heat. Do you sing to yourself when you start catching them, Z?
Do I? Absolutely. No,
What do you
I am
sing?
not doing
What do you
that
sing?
today.
I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man.
Far from. Yeah.
He was right there.
Yeah.
We write our own too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a loser by back.
Z from Brent Shamanek said, what dictates the size weight you use? What dictates the size weight you use when flipping vegetation early in the spring compared to the summer?
Man, there's a real fine line with that. And I know a bunch of my Florida buddies will laugh at this, but what's funny is, you know, 2, 3, 4 weeks ago in the spring, when you're constantly dealing with cold fronts over and over and over, those fish will bury up in mats. You know, I really thought there was going to be, Hunter Shryock was the one that probably made, there's a big one right there, see him?
Oh, yeah.
The Hunter Shryock probably made it work the best, but when there's cold fronts going in and out and in and out, you'll catch them punching a real big weight. But the minute that they get up and they're in holes and in little openings, we kind of saw it yesterday here, is you instantly go to a lighter weight. When they get up there and they're wanting to spawn, generally a quarter, a 5/16 is about as heavy as I want to go. And I know it sounds nuts, but in the early spring, punch in real heavy, and then when they start to snoop, when you see them cruising, that's when you're going to want to go light.
We got one more before we continue the fishing action, but Rob K from Twitter wanted to know, Martin, would you rather reel in a 7-pounder or reel in Kyle Busch down a straightaway? Which one brings you more
I talked about that earlier this morning.
So my perfect world is to reel them in and beat all their butts on Sunday and go fishing on Monday.
I like that, the non-committal or the double committal. He committed to both of those.
Yeah, I mean, I love them both. I'll say that. How can you not?
So are there any similarities to fishing and racing? Besides mental, or even if mental?
We got a question from Camera Boat. Steve Bowman said, are there any similarities between fishing and racing?
I mean, I think there's some. You know, anything you're doing like that changes a lot. Subtleties. You know, like you're fishing an area, you're catching them one day on something, the next day they're gone, they move, you got to change baits, this or that. I mean, racing's kind of the same way. That, you know, the weather changes and you can be at the same track and your car completely handles different. So, like the constant changes and being able to change and adapt to be really good at it is very similar in my opinion. I mean, I think from that standpoint, yeah, I mean, it's a lot similarities.
Do you ever get scared?
No.
Never.
No.
I'm horrified when one hits my frog. I'm not kidding.
If I got scared, I'd quit.
My man, we're going to get bit on these high spots.
Pole's gonna
That's
jack with me
awesome.
here.
Yep. Oh, it's a good one.
Oh, he got me right in that pole. I seen that coming.
You got him?
I got him.
Bowman, I'm a lockdown.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Does he make the squad?
He's close, but I don't think he's gonna do it.
I'm just going to hit that high spot right there, Bowman.
Look at his tail.
Starting.
Something been nipping on him.
Yeah.
See the top of his tail? Got a little missing patch there.
I'm forcing the frog. I got to put it down. He will feed me my lunch with that cricket. So great.
I just love these damn things, man.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Love this bait.
It was so funny. We came out here yesterday. We came out here. You have, and I always say this, whether you're on a lake that's private like this or public, you come out with a preconceived notion of how you're going to catch. Oh my gosh, look at my hands. Look at that. You have a preconceived notion of how you're going to catch them, but there's always like one major technique that works better than another. Wow. Yeah. Bing
Hello.
bong, peekaboo. And
I mean, it's
it's
just silly, man. I think that's bigger than the last one, Z.
All my buddies from Whoville right now, they were texting us. We were texting pictures. Yeah, it is. Look at that thing! Oh my gosh! Look at how that thing's built! Yeah, let's put him.
Huh? Put him in there with the gang?
We'll let him just join the party real quick. Look at how that's built.
What do you call him? Dang gone stud?
Yeah, that's a daggum Southeast Arkansas Mr. P. Lake stud. But if you look at, yeah, we're just hanging on to those for pictures. We'll let them go later. But if you look at the bait assortment that we've got, it's predominantly swimming worms, hack attack swim jigs, rage swimmers, but by far and away, the thunder cricket has outshined everything. But you get kind of sucked in when you throw a frog out and get a blow up, and you're like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Straight ahead there, big
Yes,
guy. Looks like a nice one. Oh.
No. I know this is killing little Ron Moore because this is his favorite way to catch bass. He's the Bladed Jig Kid. I think that's what his handle is. Hashtag Bladed Jig Kid online.
All the chat rooms.
I love
Is
it
that
too,
who you
man.
are on the chat rooms? On the forums, on the
yeah.
back?
So that makes sense why when you see those chat rooms that say we love Ronnie Moore on Bass Live, it's from the Chatterbait Kid, which is still me. I'm the only one who's rooting for myself online. Yeah.
That's awesome. nice little hole right there in it.
We got nicked right there yesterday. I'm torn right now, Bowman. Uh-huh. I mean, we know where a pile of them are sitting. Uh-huh.
Any second.
But I'm stunned with the lack of fish that have got up to spawn on this little lake. My buddy Combs and Castledine are in East Texas, mauling them on beds. And we've not seen one on a bed that we could say is locked on. And this isn't that far away.
Get him.
Come off. Couldn't catch up to him. I caught up. Oh my gosh. Look at that.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Catch him.
Robbed you.
Yep. So what I got going here. This boat is completely trashed already. Totally trashed.
Let's not jinx that part of it.
I hate a wet boat. Is a 1/2 ounce thunder cricket with a rage minnow. And I'm just gonna keep that out, EK. And all I've been doing, my man.
Come on. He didn't strip me, but he tried to.
All I've been doing is, I usually use a really slow reel, Daiwa Tatula SV, but as much as they want to burn, and I actually, last night before we quit, I went to a high speed. I went to an 8-3-1, and the only reason I put that orange on is just give it a little bit of a look of a bluegill, or goldfish for that matter. But the 3/8, what happens is when you're burning it like we're burning it, Martin tied a 3/8 ounce on yesterday, and what ends up happening is that 3/8 will blow out too much.
Huh.
No go, huh?
There it
Got
is.
him. That fish bit my 360. I probably shouldn't swing that. That's a good way to short string a rod. It's hard to see. You see that? You see those cuts? That's where he bulldozed in here. You could see it. There's grass, there's algae. Those lanes are where we've caught every fish this morning almost. Dude, I was jamming that one. I mean, moving it.
I've seen it. I got a feeling.
Got him. That's that fish.
Yeah, I threw through there 3 times. Just need to put a little orange on my junk. You know what I mean?
I do. Look how this one's built. I mean, true chub. That bass. That fish is 16, not even. That fish is 16 inches and weighs 4 1/4. I mean, humming it.
Humming it.
Humming it.
They like orange in here for some reason, so we're fancying them up a little. You can go home with orange hands and pants.
I mean, the boat is, half the boat's a week old. It's already.
Hey, look at that. Oh, yeah, that's pretty.
You're gonna get bit.
Come on. Get you with that spinning rod again.
I did. So incredibly dumb, too. Cannot do it. Cannot do it.
Come the ducks. I need a bite. I'm on a cold streak here. I've made like 10 casts without a bite. It just doesn't feel right.
Yesterday we went, at one time I think we went at 9 minutes, 11 minutes without a bite. We were like, wow.
Yeah.
If you remember yesterday, that hump right in front of that brush pile,
Yeah.
there was a pile of them.
Yeah.
When we first got out.
Yeah, this is up here where it was real shallow.
Yeah, like we watched some of them shark it.
Yeah.
I ain't feeling it here.
Starting getting that patchy.
Yeah, real algae stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, Bowman, I'm gonna crank it on high and spin. Let's hit the insides of them on our way through. Dude, we've only been fishing for 47 minutes.
Serious? It's about average of a fish per 2 minutes, maybe.
Pretty
Minute and a
strong.
half.
Pretty strong.
They're here somewhere. They're here somewhere.
If you remember, though, where that birdhouse is, we knocked them pretty good right there. I'm gonna kick it on high real quick, EK.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Old Cricket looks like he's been through a blender.
Yeah.
He's hurt.
I'm gonna test our ground, EK. I'm gonna test. Ooh, there's a big one. I'm gonna test our how close I can get to that mouth, and then I'm gonna cut out to the left on that high spot. That high spot had a pile of them. My man. Whoa. I'm locking down, Bowman.
Sitting right next to that concrete job
I was
there.
watching you and I had one pull the rod out of my hand. Oh, there he was.
They are biting, folks.
There he is right there.
Get him. I'm gonna come on this
Oh,
side.
that's a
of you
good
there.
one. It is a good one.
Goodness gracious, about ripped the rod out of my hand. Chubs.
Yes, yes, this is
Oh.
oh my gosh, that's a big one.
It's a big one.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I mean, I literally about took the rod from me.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So cool. How about it? How about it over there, huh? Does he make the squadron?
Man, he's close. He's a good one.
Yeah, I'd say he does. We'll just hang on to him for a couple of picks.
I mean, he annihilated that thing.
Mm-hmm. Dude, we had just fished 10 yards away from where we caught those. I'm gonna let Martin school those up there. I'm gonna do a little.
It's just, yeah.
All right.
I mean, move 15 feet, catch two back-to-backs, doubles. Go right back in that hole there, see what happens.
Ronnie, I want to thank everybody for joining us so far today here on Zona Live, presented by Humminbird. Uh-huh. Look at my guy. Sorry.
And it's another big one. Not that there's any small ones.
Bring
but-
it. Wow. Wow.
Come on now. Come
I
on.
can't get my hand around
Come
his
on
back.
now.
I couldn't get my hands. Gosh. Wow.
I think there's a wad of them right there.
Wow. Wow.
Dude, yeah. I mean,
Look at that. Why am I rigging up a spinning rod? What a loser. D. Wayne in Alabama. Not happy with Zona right now.
what are you doing?
Let me show you one little gig here real quick. You ready? This is a killer springtime bait. This is a little Michigan love. I got a Strike King Super Fry. And whenever you see a cruiser, okay, 3/0 Trocar offset round bend worm hook with a little screw lock 1/16 ounce weight. This is one of the deadliest rigs. Back when I fished a lot of derbs, that right there, when you see cruisers, there's some people in Michigan laughing right now. That is like the deadliest bass cruising bait in the spring I've ever used. I'm just not gonna throw it right now.
You got to feel that thunder.
Yes. I'd rather throw 20 pound and rip.
There he goes again.
I just saw one just curl around it.
Just can't stand it, can you?
Got him. Got him.
They just can't resist that little
No.
worm, can they?
No, I don't know how many you'd catch on it if you did it all day.
Oh, man.
I got a world of problem right here.
Yeah, you do.
Little guy. It was fun. It was fun. Martin, I'm gonna get you where you could hit that tip.
Right on.
Yes, sir. Oh, there's a start right there. Oh, yes. That old boy came to play. My man. Yeah, let's do that. And it was humid as could be, and you know it's warm when I shot a show with Polinick up on Lake Ontario. Is it? I'm not scared to catch one right down here in the driver's seat. How about that? Oh gosh, that's fun. Hey, let's hang on to that one till later. Yes, sir? For the social media kids, that's a nice one. Yeah, man. True chub. That bass. Yes, this is fun. Oh my gosh, that's a big one. Oh my gosh. That's a good one. Look at that thing. Oh my gosh. Look at how that thing's built.
Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. And by Strike King.
I shot a show with Polinick up on Lake Ontario. Is it? I'm not scared to catch one right down here in the driver's seat. How about that? Oh gosh, that's fun. Hey, let's hang on to that one till later. Yes, sir? For the social media kids, that's a nice one. Yeah, man. True chub. That bass. Yes, this is fun. Oh my gosh, that's a big one. Oh my gosh. That's a good one. Uh-huh. Look at that thing! Oh my gosh. Look at how that thing's built.
We're live.
Yes, we are live. Zona Live presented by Humminbird. My guy, Martin Truex Jr. If you're just joining us, gang, we are on my buddy's lake, Mr. P's lake, kind of hiding in the middle of nowhere down here in Arkansas, right down from the JM studios. Number one, thank you for joining us. I know it's kind of crazy. My man, way to come back from break.
That's how you open the show, boy.
That's how you come back from a commercial. Get the spinning rod out of my hand. Way to come back from break.
Huh? Give me some.
It has been an unbelievable morning. We're giving prizes away. Humminbird clothing pack, a Lake Master chip, TH Marine tackle tighten. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna do it. Oh, there was a big one right. There is a pile of them right through here. I'm gonna throw in a bunch of baits we're catching them on today. I'm gonna throw in a bunch of Thunder Crickets, bunch of Zona Trocar multi-packs. I can see him. He's looking at it. He's looking at it. He ain't buying what, he's right there. Yeah, I'll throw in a bunch of Thunder Crickets, some Trocar multi-packs. I think we're doing, are we doing a Zona Show clothing pack from Karen, Ronnie? That fish is so loquacious. Okay. Somebody's
Z, we're giving away as much as you want to give away, but basically, yes, apparel from Humminbird, apparel from Zona, baits from what you guys are using today, the TH Marine Tackle Titan, which is a great way, mount it to your boat, hang your baits so they're not just laying in the floorboard like Zona's messy boat right now, because it's going nuts. And also the Lake Master chip, great for, what is there, like 5-6 different regions you can choose from?
Whoever wins it can pick their region.
Came back for it. Yes, he did.
I mean, you are possessed.
Oh no! No!
No!
Oh my God, that was a big one.
No!
Come on, man.
Oh, I just got crushed.
Probably the same fish. You hit me twice. Golly.
You know what? For as hard as the last few weeks are gonna have been, we're gonna give away a pile, Ronnie. There is another one right there.
Hell, I can throw in some stuff.
What? Wait, what was that?
I can throw in some hat, t-shirt, maybe.
Heck
Hero
yeah! How
card.
about some hot passes to me and Ronnie for this summer? You know what I mean, boy?
You going to Michigan?
Why wouldn't I?
Can't catch him. Can't catch him. Goodness
Look
gracious.
at that one.
Huh?
I mean, he got it.
You can't see it. You can't even see it. And that's the same fish I just lost. I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you.
That's a big one.
You can't even see it. Oh my gosh. Come on over here.
Look how he's got it. I mean, wanted it.
I mean, they're just tanks. Got her down there. Good golly.
I want to move, but I don't want to move from here. That
Look
makes
at it.
such a perfect bass.
Huh?
Fish is 18 inches, 5 and a
He's
quarter.
6 pounders, I bet you.
Oh my gosh. I'm getting bit every...
I'm talking he's probably 6 pounds with a 3-pound mouth. A dang gone stud.
You got me spinning right
There's
now.
a few here, bud.
Yeah, there
hey,
is.
there's a few
There
here.
really is. I think I'm just going to keep the poles down for a minute. Let one bite that 6-aught trail car. Uh-huh.
Got a worm on there?
Uh-huh. They just want stuff moving as fast as you can
They
reel.
want it moving.
Yeah.
Mean.
Yes. Yes. There is a pile in the mouth of this canal. That's weird. They were biting that swimming worm before we went live this morning. Got it. Dropped it. Got it.
Hit him.
Oh, gosh. That was bad. That was driver error.
So was it turn right when you're supposed to turn left?
I highly turned right there. Right into the wall.
Crash.
Yeah. Got it. I got him.
I mean, another just, jeez Louise.
I got problems. Look how that fish is built. Would you look at this thing? Look how weird this thing looks. You think he's been eating this spring? Look at that bass. Look at that thing. I mean, we have fallen upon the mother lode. Huh? We have fallen upon the mother lode.
Good grief.
Look at that. That's not even normal.
It's not normal. It's freakishly.
Wow. Unbelievable.
I think they just keep coming up on this flat that we're fishing.
Keep
Catch
those
one.
poles down for a minute. Look at Bowman answering emails. My man.
Yeah, work still goes on.
I was reeling it, and it just goes like this. Ting. I did. I had the safety off on that one, EK.
Yeah, you dotted his eyes. He came up a little cross-eyed.
Yeah. It's not as fun as winding as fast as you can wind. Okay. I'm gonna push the envelope, try to get us to our point where we caught them 2 giants yesterday. There's another, Martin, there's another high spot way up in there. You see it?
Yeah, you think we can get to it?
Yeah. I don't know, dude. There is a bunch, like right here.
Yeah. Just got to make them bite.
There's one. I'm gonna go over you.
Go ahead. I'm halfway back already.
He's that high spot's right
Yep.
there. No, I'm not pulled.
There's one right there swimming.
Biggin,
Yeah.
biggin. I'll give you $100 if he bites it.
He's looking at it. That would have been funny, right?
Yeah.
Twitching a.
The bad thing is I got to hit the trolling motor because I was like, he will bite it.
There's one on the birdhouse, eh?
I would say. And we caught a pile of them from here to that stake. He's got it.
Get him. Oh.
That's a fun bite. That is a fun deal. Let me show everybody this gig right here. This is a cool little springtime deal. And basically, It's an oversized rig like I was throwing at Super Fry. It's a big cutter worm. We shot a whole show on this last time we were here. Big cutter worm, but same thing. I got a 6/0 Pro V worm hook, Trocar worm hook, where it's got that bend at the bottom. That bend to me is like the best thing for a worm hook. It's like an old school O'Shaughnessy hook. When you stab one, you pretty much got them. But what's interesting about a swimming worm is it seems like this time of year, March and April is like the best time of year to throw a swimming worm.
This stuff is hurting.
And you basically just throw it out. Yes? Question from, yeah. Karen Zona. Hey, it's been a rough day. I mean, there's a lot of shrapnel going on today.
Can't catch him. Can't catch him.
You did. You caught him. I mean, that fish is hot as fire.
You done? You done?
I did tell Martin that this lake, I will tinkle myself. This lake has a tendency to do that.
Z, I'm gonna fire some.
Sir.
I'm gonna fire some questions off. Had a couple. Somebody wanted to know, Martin, what's your biggest bass you've ever caught? I know we go over it as well, Z, but you can give yours as well.
My man.
Oh, come on.
That fish was going 100 miles
100 miles an hour. Biggest bass I've caught is a 9/8.
Uh-huh.
And it was on a spook, topwater.
Really?
Yeah, it was one of our little holes near Darlington Raceway. It was like August, 1,000 degrees.
No.
4 in the afternoon, middle of the lake. Just
You're kidding me.
Boof. 9/8. I don't know if there's a way to load the picture, but I could send it to you if you wanted to see it. That was my biggest.
That's a big one.
It was 2 years ago. I mean, my cricket is just almost out of juice here. It is.
We
just,
need to give that cricket to one of the viewers.
Look, it is just deathly looking. It's got barely any of the skirt left. Paint's all gone, and they're still just crushing it. Crushing it.
Z,
Yes, sir.
David wants to know on your Facebook page, if you were a part of Truex's number 19 team,
Crew chief.
what would you do?
Crew chief.
100%.
I don't know if you've watched this show, but I'm gonna tell you something. Fire and ice. You know what I mean? I mean, this is the real shake and bake right here in this rig.
So, Martin, we know that you like throwing a spook. That's your favorite bait to throw, especially for topwaters. But Sean wants to know, are you a power fisherman at heart, or do you like to go finesse?
Oh, I've watched
when you're out there just on a lake, maybe Lake Norman, Lake Wiley?
I don't finesse them unless I have to.
I mean, hit the side of the boat.
I mean, I would rather throw
I'm gonna put the poles down.
bladed jig, crankbait. Good God, I do love to catch them on a big jig though, like a structure jig, if they're on it.
My man.
I got a big one.
Do you really?
Yeah, I got a big one. Big Sally.
Yes, you do.
And I mean, I'd like to catch them. You know what I mean? Like I'll catch them. Whatever I got to do to catch them is fine, but I'd prefer jacking them with 20-pound line. You know?
You've seen how much he's grabbed that spinning rod, right? Just saying.
Yeah. I asked that question because you guys are catching them power fishing, and Z's still trying to pick up the finesse. But that's just to poke at Z a little bit. Z, Kevin wants,
don't you ever!
This is just silly, man. Get up in here. Quick release.
But I'll tell you what's really cool. Seriously, I called him. You know, everything's going on and it sucks and everybody's a little confused, and he was tarpon fishing when their stuff got postponed. I said, Martin, I said, you want to go to the middle of nowhere? I had called Mr. P, who owns the lake. We all just kind of wanted to get away and do something fun and maybe make somebody laugh and watch this. And he said, well, where you want to go? I said, I got a lake that we've taped some shows on. And he goes, is it that lake you taped with Hackney on? I said, it is. He goes, yeah, let me check what day I can get there.
Yeah, so we've been talking about doing this for how long?
Yep.
4 years,
Yeah.
5 years?
No doubt.
And talking about doing a show, and just can never put the pieces together. You know, he's going one direction, I'm going the other. So I'm a big fan of his show. I love it, and it's cool to finally get on here and hang out. Just absolutely destroy
Whoa.
some fish like that.
I mean, you see how I paused that bait right there? What a day. What a day.
I hope all my fishing buddies are tuning in.
Right?
I mean, I probably didn't do a great job of telling them all, but hopefully they all seen it on Instagram or Twitter or somewhere.
They're biting.
Because they're going to be,
Yeah.
I got a couple buddies that might be a little jealous today.
Best lake on earth. Yeah, we're doing a lot more Zona lives. You know, we're doing a bunch of smallmouth ones. This is our last hurrah for private lakes for the year. We only do one a year. But I've had a few.
Get it?
Oh my gosh.
He was way out off that
Yeah.
point.
I mean, totally slacklined it too.
Get out there now.
I'm a mess.
Oh, hooked it.
Oh, no.
Whatever's under that pole.
Is it?
Whatever's on that pole there.
Z, since you
Rush.
guys are wearing out the Thunder Cricket,
Yeah.
what is your favorite trailer for it, and how do you select if you do change it up? Some
Bro,
viewer, I'll get his name in a second.
Seriously, on a Thunder Cricket, I throw a Rage Minnow trailer, period. That's all I throw. It's all I throw. Whether I'm smallmouth or largemouth, to me that blade minnow just does what it's supposed to do. It's subtle, it has a little bit of action, not a ton, it's not overpowering. You caught that fish out of that treetop
I
right
got
there.
it.
I didn't know there was a top there. Coming out, coming out, coming out.
That one was from Eric Anderson, by the way, the Bassmasters Facebook.
But, you know, in all honesty, when you're throwing a bladed jig, okay, like Brett Height, he's the master at this, and I've picked his brain, and you know, he's one of the dudes with this. But I'm if you watch Zona's show, I'm addicted to it. But it's a whole system. I think 20-pound line is critical. I said that earlier, but the whole rod is important. I'm using a Daiwa bladed jig rod, and if you look at that rod bow, right? Ooh,
Nice one.
I'm talking about melon head. That rod is almost like a medium heavy action cranking rod, like it's something you'd use for like a real big square bill, and it's real parabolic. If you use a heavy action rod, you'll pull it away from too many. There's a good one right there.
It ain't a bad one.
But generally, I like throwing it on a really slow reel, but not today. Not what we saw out here the last couple days.
No, sir. Ripping it.
Martin, we have a question for you, Martin.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to scare you now, but what are you most afraid of, sharks, clowns, or eggs? We had a viewer, Rick,
Yeah.
from Joe Gibbs Racing, asked that one.
Definitely. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Definitely sharks.
Sharks?
Oh, yeah. I hate sharks.
Zona, you're a big clown fan, aren't you?
Mine goes eggs, clowns, sharks.
Why are
Eggs,
you scared
clowns,
of
sharks.
eggs?
Never eaten one in my life.
Why are you scared of them?
I wish I could answer that. My mom said I was scared of them when I was a little boy, and I hold a grudge. I do, man.
You're like an elephant. You never forget.
I don't forget.
That's funny.
I've never had one.
We've got another couple here before we
Never had an egg.
Won't do it for $1,000.
Give them a break.
No, back in college, my buddies got together $680 for me to take a bite of a scrambled egg, and I could not do it.
Damn.
Could not do it.
Viewer at home wants to know, Martin, Asa wants to know, how does today catching these fish compare to your best fishing lake or day ever?
Oh, it's up there in the top 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty silly. I've been to some places and caught them really, really good before, like smallmouths up north and stuff, but I don't know about the numbers and quality. I don't think you could touch this anywhere that I've seen, at least.
It's a magical place.
It's insane. 4, 5, 6 pounders all day.
All day.
Every 5 minutes.
Was there nothing on that pile?
Nope.
Wow.
Nothing on either side, but they might nibble on that worm. You throw that worm up in there. I'll give her one more shot.
That worm seems really dorky right now.
Yes, sir. Just keep waiting to see a deer walk down that levee, you know? Huh?
Stay on point, guys.
Stay on.
A lot of ADD flying in this boat right now. Halfway answering questions, losing fish.
Come on, boy.
Boy, it is target rich, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Target rich.
We kind of been through this stretch a little, hadn't we, or no?
Yeah, a little bit right
We were
there.
a little
We caught a
inside
couple.
it. Yeah.
But we're going to go back through those trenches.
Yeah.
Just keep it honest. Then we're going to fade a little bit to the north end until Wes starts yelling at me that we're losing service. That's my plan. We never really showed him the cricket on the riprap out there.
Any second now.
What a fun morning. Something's fixing to happen in this corner. Gosh.
It's like,
Gosh. Yeah.
as you were saying.
We might be the only live sports in America right
Yep, I bet you we are.
We are the only one of the live sports in America.
Only game in town.
Uh-huh. Been hearing a lot of that lately. Come on.
Come on, baby.
Come on, come on. That's a good high spot, too. We cracked him on that yesterday. I think yo! Okay. Pulling out.
Okay.
How about out here, Ronnie?
So, Martin, I have a question. I
Shoot.
pay attention to NASCAR. I've watched for my whole life. You started professionally around the time the Elite Series started in 06. What's it been like the last 3 years? Because you've won 7, 8 wins a year almost the last 3 years. What's it been like these last 3 years compared to, your whole career starting out?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been, I've had kind of a crazy career if you look at it, as you mentioned. Had my first Cup win pretty early, and then, took a couple of years without one and won again, and then took a couple of years, and then all of a sudden started racking them up. But it's just been, honestly, I feel like I appreciate it more. I probably work harder than I used to, but it's just been, honestly, man, fun to be able to, finally have continued success and consistent success.
How many have you won the last 3 years? Total.
I mean, 7 last year, 4 the year before that, 8 the year before that. So
That doesn't suck.
19 of his 26 in the last 3 years.
yeah,
Wow.
I mean, it's just been, you got to get with the right guys, the right people, and a lot of it's about timing, in racing at that level. And I've been lucky to be surrounded by some great people and great teams. And It's just, you know, I feel like I celebrate every win like it's the last, because you never know, you know, when your last one's going to come, honestly. Because I've been on the other side of it where I went a couple years without a win. So it makes you appreciate it, I think, more for sure. And it's, you just kind of pinch yourself when you're on a streak like we're on, you know, and just try to do whatever you can to keep it rolling.
How many years have you done it?
Cup Series, 06 was my first year, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's about when we met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing is just beat to smithereens. I mean,
What were you gonna say?
I just got my tail ripped off. I mean, it's like put a new blade minnow on and keep chunking it. We need to get another pack of them out, don't we?
They're right in that box right there. Right in that Mafia
Okay.
box.
I mean,
Did you?
Made sure my number's right.
you did, man. You're on your game. I'll give you some credit on that. Yes, sir. Get him. Big one?
Yeah. I got problems.
Oh,
I got
no.
problems. That's a nice one. Look at him. Oh my gosh. I knocked him out.
He's a little concussed at the moment, folks. You have to give him a minute.
I did hit him. I did hit him.
Big man just puts it on.
Right.
Are we in a wad?
I think we're right where we saw those fish cruising, right where you casted.
I thought that looked familiar. A little trench. Oh yeah, you're on them.
I mean, reeling it as fast as I could.
It's like you just reel it into a brick.
Yes,
and it just
exactly.
chunk. Another big one.
I'm gonna pull you up where you could hit that just a clip more. I know I should retire. Nah.
Takes too long.
Nah.
It takes too long. You miss one.
That's it, right?
I see the cast.
Yeah.
Get him.
I sat in his box in Michigan. I sat in his box and Ryan Newman's up in Michigan. I wanted to get on that headset so bad, Ronnie. I'd have just been like, Martin Z-Train, what up?
Go faster. Down behind. Over. Oh my God.
I got problems with this thing. I got a lot of problems right now. I got a lot of problems. Let me do some. You know what? I'm gonna retire this one, and I am giving this. I'm gonna give this and a Mercury apparel pack to somebody. Mercury Outboards apparel pack and that bait. Okay. Okay, so here's the deal. See, look how pretty this is. I'm gonna do a before and after. Okay. All right, so again, I'm gonna run through this with you again real quick, friends. What a fun day of playing hooky. I do mean it. Thank you, everybody that's watching. I mean that sincerely. I was really excited to do this with Martin. He was saying back there, we tried to do this for 4 or 5 years, but they race every 7 days, and we usually got tournaments every 2 weeks this time of year. It makes it nearly impossible to do. But I made the comment to, he fishes up a lot of the places where I've grown up and where we've taped shows up in Traverse City, Traverse Bay, and all those lakes up there. So I kind of wanted to do something that he hasn't seen before. And we're really worried we're going to get rained. We're still going to get rained out.
We're gonna eventually.
So the whole gig, 1/2 ounce Thunder Cricket. I would use a 3/8 as shallow as we are, but I can't burn a 3/8 as much as I want to. You can burn that 1/2 ounce. Look at that. I mean, look at this. I'm talking about a dadgum stud.
Golly. I mean, that thing is 3 inches wide.
Come on up here. Good to go. So like I said, 20-pound Seagar Braze X.
Look at that gut.
Look at that. That makes the team, doesn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, it does. Let's put him in there. Just kidnap him for an hour. Got a little bit of culling to do in there. It's kind of the meat locker. Oh,
Man,
yeah.
that's nice and pretty. A new one.
Yeah, it is.
It looks
good.
a lot better than mine. This thing's toast. I figured I'd let that settle for a minute, see if they reload, because I couldn't get a bite in there. And then I just got a bite right here.
In the trench?
Yeah, just in the middle of nothing.
Wow.
They're just swimming around, thinking about making babies.
Well, I might want to make a hot lap down all those concrete barriers. We never threw any of this. We top watered it. Oh my gosh.
Where are you getting the questions from? Twitter or just like online?
Facebook,
He's making them up.
All of it?
wherever they use the hashtag Zona Live.
Right on.
Yeah, D. Wayne from Alabama.
D. Wayne. Screw you, D. Wayne.
Yeah. It's, by the way, it's D-Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He likes to email the show and kind of tune us up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh, biggin.
Biggin, spinning rod.
Yep.
Get him. You still seeing?
He went right.
Yeah,
Is he right there?
Yeah, he just swam towards you. He's swimming towards your worm.
Z, I've got 2 quick ones for you.
Yes, sir.
From Twitter, Chris Kyle wants to know, hey Z,
Yes,
what's
sir.
your favorite boat snack, and will you ever do a skinny jean show?
Number one, yes and yes. Well, what? Come on. I don't like skinny jeans. I do not like skinny jeans. I like to hold on loosely, if you know what I mean, boy. Favorite boat snack, without a doubt, hands down. Give me a break, dude. Bacon jerky, right?
With
It's like
5-hour energy splashed
yeah,
in?
like 5-hour energy and bacon jerky. I'm
What's
all
your
about
fa-
health.
What's your favorite 5-hour energy flavor, though?
I got problems.
Yeah, you do.
He's not as big. He's not one. I like the lemonade one that Wes bought. Extra strength. Oh my gosh.
So the second question for this 2 little question deal is from Austin on Twitter, and his handle, you'll like this, Z. Austin's Twitter handle is Little Squirt 11. So Little Squirt 11 wants to know.
Why would I like
So he wants to know who is Martin Truex's favorite Elite Series angler, and who is Mark Zona's favorite NASCAR driver. You can't pick each other.
I'll let Martin go first.
Yeah. Who's your, when you're watching Bassmaster, who do you like to root for?
Favorite Elite Series angler? Oh man, that's a good one.
He was pretty proud of the Classic champion this year.
I was really happy to see.
Down the street.
Yeah, Hank Cherry win because he, I live part of the time on Lake Norman, and that's kind of his stomping ground. So that's pretty cool. I I fished with Zaldane a few times. He's an awesome guy. He comes to some races, so he's become a friend. So I pull for him, but I've met a lot of guys through Bass Pro and things like that. You know, honestly, I just enjoy watching. I don't really have a favorite per se, and it's good to see good guys win. You know, like Hank winning there a couple weeks ago. You got your hands full there.
I have got my hands full.
Big Daddy.
With NASCAR, mine's Ryan and Martin. Seriously. I mean, I've known them for years and years and years. We were going to have Ryan here this week with us. Glad he's doing pretty good.
Gosh, dang, I got nailed. Ryan's doing awesome. He was really wanting to come. He couldn't swing it, but we were talking about having a tournament. Look at that, Chubbs. With Davey.
Yeah.
Davey and Newman against me and Zona. And Newman couldn't go, so I hope maybe he's watching. If he's watching, man, you're missing out. I know you wish you were here, but son, it's even better than it looks. You know what I'm saying?
So
it's just ridiculous.
And here's what's jacked up is I called Newman and he's like, oh, just send me a picture. And yesterday we took a picture and we posted it. I could not bring myself to send it to him. You know there's another one sitting right there.
Who are some other fishermen that fish in NASCAR? They can't hear me, but I just wanted to ask.
Honestly, the only ones that are somewhat serious about it are me and Newman.
Really?
I'd say that I don't really know of any other guys that really fish. None of them fish like I do, like freshwater, saltwater, all over the country, kind of. Besides, you know, Newman does a lot of freshwater stuff, but.
So growing up in Jersey, I mean, when did you start really fishing a lot, or was it in Jersey? Did you guys move somewhere else? Or?
Did you hang it?
Oh yeah,
I'll get it.
I grew up fishing. I grew up in a fishing family on the coast, so I did a lot of saltwater stuff growing up, and you know, ride my bike to local lakes, golf courses, wherever I could fish. So I grew up doing a little bit of everything, and that's kind of still the way I am now.
He's a smallmouth addict.
I love smallmouth up north.
Addict.
Yeah, I do that every summer. A lot of largemouth stuff and at home, Lake Norman.
Yeah.
Good old Norman.
I got some places on the road, you know, where we go. We got some buddies on the road where you hit spots. I do some California bass stuff. I got my own saltwater boat in Florida, so if I ain't racing, I'm hunting or fishing. I keep rods and reels in my motorhome. They stay in there. And yeah. Got a handful of tracks where we got some spots to hit, so it works out pretty good. Always looking for more. If anybody's got one, hit me up. I'll fish anywhere.
I looked at that lane. That lane showed up on the 360 like a perfect bulldozer trench. Should not swing those. Wow. Wow.
I'm on a cold streak. I might need a new skirt.
You've got like three strands left on it.
I think there's not even one full length one left. I think it's zeroed. It's just a vibrating blade minnow.
Right. All right, let's do this. Let's hit that piece of rebar and come right up that.
Let's do it.
Okay. Perfect. Wow.
Beat
What
you.
a couple hours of bassing.
It don't suck.
Incredible.
Oh, man.
Unreal. Dude, I'll tell you what's weird is how schooled up they are.
Yeah.
It's like really weird. It's like they just haven't gone to them pad stems to spawn yet.
I'm sure there's some cruising the banks, but
Yeah.
I think you'd want to have to pick through them
Right.
when you can do this, right? And this is just
Oh, you're getting bit.
drop it on his head right there. Oh,
Did he bite it?
yeah, he bit it. Come on.
Oh, not good. We still got good service out here?
One camera, this one.
Okay.
We looking for service now?
Well, I'm gonna get along this just so we're out in the open. Ooh, missed that.
Oh, God, he hit it hard. My God.
Was he just out in Nowhereville?
I think it's probably the one that I got bit on last cast. Trained it. I mean, just. That one got it.
What a freak show today.
Yep.
Much better today than yesterday.
Man, I don't know. I think we're just a little more dialed in on them.
Right. We've trenched in a little bit. Look at that bar that goes off of that, right? Boy, there was a lot blowing up right in that area this morning. You're getting bit.
A little short.
Yes, sir. No, I'm going to stay to the left. We get bad service up in there. I got to do it. Yeah, I'm going to just kind of hold us out here. I know that storm's kind of, for everybody at home, we got a bad storm bearing down on us. Boy, they were up on this morning. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. We're still okay out here, EK? Yeah.
Starting to get sketchy.
Okay. We'll bring us back in the middle.
Back.
Okay.
No
Right.
way. Yes, I
No, you
did.
didn't.
Right between the things.
No, you did
Oh,
not.
yeah. Yes, sir.
That's so bad.
Almost waking it.
Hey, Ronnie, let me hit these high spots right out here.
Just a short, stubby little
Okay.
thing, huh? 12 inches and 2 pounds?
Yes.
2.5 pounds? I mean, just.
There's a couple high spots we had not. So we're good out in this area, right, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of high spots we ain't hit. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's hit a little of this stuff we've not hammered down on. Do you have one?
Had a bite.
We caught some out here yesterday, didn't we? I thought we did.
I thought we did too. Dang. Gotta be the storm, huh?
How do you remember? How is it over in there? Okay. I'm going to head that way where it's in the open. It's the weather.
Yeah, it's gotta be. Goodness gracious.
Really?
Yep. Oh, he came back for it too, and I missed him again. Look at what he did to me.
Trashed?
Look.
Oh, gosh.
He pulled it down, then he bit it off. Good.
Got him. We're around him again.
Holes.
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 Okay. I'm just going to hold right here, Bowman. I can't get my hand around him. That's so unreal. My gosh. That one didn't come back, huh?
I just threw the first time back in there, but no. Might just cast.
Is that rain I hear? Wind? It's not good.
It ain't great.
No? Oh my gosh. Hammered it. I could never catch up to him. It was just like, took a pair of scissors and cut my line.
Looks like it's supposed to miss us.
Really?
Low until
Sweet.
Okay. I'm gonna catch that fish, Bowman.
There was a big one in that brush pile yesterday, if you remember.
I do.
I think it was that one. Maybe it was the closer one.
Yeah. It's either that one or that. Like this lake is exhausting.
My wrist hurts. Like,
See, I'm dead
no lie.
serious.
see your palm and get that in.
It's a mess.
About to get away.
Ooh. What's funny is, it's no joke. So I fished here with Clark Wendlandt last year, right? And they had already spawned and were still built like this after they spawned. Like, you know how fish get real skinny for a month?
Yeah, they just keep.
Nope. They drop their eggs in here and just start eating.
Yep. It's not surprising.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Oh, he did
Oh,
not
yeah.
eat it.
I could probably swing him, but whatever.
Yeah, we're going to do a Zona live end of May if we don't get rescheduled on everything. Actually, up where Martin fishes a bunch, we're going to do two Zona lives to catch up in 1 week. Up near Traverse, one largemouth, one smallmouth. It'll be a big time. Ay, 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 ay.
Seen him?
He was trying to track it down. I know it'll get sketchy, but let's try to go up that gut where we cracked him yesterday right there.
We got like six minutes before the break.
Okay, okay. Oh, that sucked. That really sucked. You know, I try not to suck, Martin, and I still do.
It happens. Happens to the best of them.
Yeah, that's the tree that one was on.
Oh! I mean, you ought to see him just swat on it
following it
right
right
there.
now.
All over it. Oh, look out. Coming
out.
at you. Yeah, there's wind coming.
Yeah,
Damn.
there's a lot of wind coming. That storm is just south of us right now.
See how good Ronnie's radar is in a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna miss us.
I'm hoping very.
Martin, this isn't from one specific person online, but multiple people have asked, what's your favorite track? If you could race one track, if you needed to get a win, where would you want to race?
If I needed to get a win, it's funny because a couple of my favorite tracks, I don't have a ton of wins, which is interesting. But my favorite tracks are Atlanta, which I haven't won, Darlington, which I have won, but only once, and Homestead, which I've only won at once. It's kind of odd. I've won more races at other tracks, but I enjoy those older paved type tracks probably the most at everything. But honestly, I mean, there's not a bad one. They're all fun and different, challenging in their own ways. I think one of the yeah, they're pretty different. I mean, the interesting part about our sport is, you can see two tracks that are, from the sky look very similar, like Chicago and Kansas, for instance. Even the infield looks the same and set up the same way, but to drive the car, to actually be on the track, it's completely different. So it's there's a lot of unique things about our sport. That's definitely one of them. It's just how different all the tracks really are.
So I was talking to you yesterday when we were taping. Talk about that. How insane that makes you, like Daytona when you guys were having rain delays.
Yeah.
Makes you maddening.
Well, yeah, it's like you sitting at the lake for 2 hours yesterday waiting on me. You're like sitting there watching fish. You're like, you just want to go. You want to go, 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 go. And then somebody said, well, it's going to rain. You got to stop, for an hour or two. And you get in that mindset of wanting to go.
What do you do during a delay?
Eat. That's really, sit in the motorhome and eat because you're bored to death. That's pretty much it. There's a raindrop.
Yeah.
It's coming. Just hope it just doesn't get too bad.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get us on these outer poles now. If we got good, If we got good service out there, we'll crush them.
Yeah, we only have 2 minutes till the break.
Okay.
I have highlights ready.
Copy
This
that.
thing is feeling awful.
Huh?
What happened? I had some crazy storm.
That's Jerry Springer Shores right there. We'll just see how we got, what we're looking like out here.
Little test run.
Yeah, I know that. I know the clouds are messing with our cell service. Are we still good in here?
Yeah.
Great. Take it.
Huh?
My man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just counted the wind a little bit. That one?
I don't know.
It was that one back there.
I was a little too far from it there.
Somebody's going to get bit here. I'm going to bring her out a little further to the right, Ronald. Yeah, exactly right. Last hour coming. Last hour coming. Martin Truex Jr., Zona Live, presented by Humminbird on Bassmaster.com. And we're going to try to see if we've got good cell service in here, because it could be the best hour of Zona Live so far today. Be back in a minute.
over here.
Look how he's got it. I mean, wanted it.
I mean, they're just.
You think he's been eating this spring? Look at that thing.
Jacking them with 20-pound line, you know?
You've seen how much he's grabbed that spinning rod, right?
Get it.
Right?
Gosh, damn, I got nailed. Ryan's doing awesome. He was really wanting to come. He couldn't swing it, but we were talking about having.
I can't get my hand around him. That's so unreal.
I mean,
It's not even normal.
Zona Live is brought to you by Carhartt, Procar, and by Power Pole. Brought to you by Humminbird.
It's so amazing. So we power pole down here for a second, and so we've got Mega 360, and one of the biggest questions you get is, okay, what are you looking at? Like, what am I seeing right here? Okay, obviously there's a weed line right here in a trench, but this is really cool. If you look right here, there's a big concrete tank with, you see that dot? That is that stake right there. So if the water's dirty, you'll see a lay down right there, but that's how clear that image is. You could see the round part of that tank right there with the actual piece of rebar that comes out of the water right there. That's the whole deal with Humminbird Mega 360. And the great thing about that is if you are, here's what I thought, and I was totally wrong on this. Polinick was the one that kind of opened my eyes to it. You know, I thought Mega 360 was cool if you're in a shallow deal in a stump field, but where he opened my eyes was, especially for when I'm chasing smallmouth or fishing offshore, is looking at isolated rock or isolated wood. It's unbelievable. And like, the more I've used it the last year, I feel blind when I'm not. I'm gonna catch one right now.
God, look at that boil where I just came across that
Sheesh.
log.
Look at the mud cloud he
I mean,
kicked up.
Can't believe he didn't.
Uh-huh.
I do.
All right, we coming up into the danger zone up here. And I mean, it was kicking waves in here yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna see if we can fish this high spot.
Oh, hidden tree there.
Yeah. All right, last hour before you got to get out.
Last hour, let's wreck them.
Are you going tarpon fishing tomorrow?
Probably.
That does not suck.
Yeah, probably.
Get Bowman in the back of the boat. Get Bowman.
He's on it.
Oh yeah.
Can't stand it.
Couldn't stand it. All right. I'm gonna try to go out here and see what we got out here, EK.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Crushed it.
I see it. I see the boil. They here, eh?
Yep.
All right.
Hammer down on it. Oh, it's been a fun 24 hours of fishing with you, bud.
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. What's that? Yes, sir. Actually, no, Ronnie. Come on the right because it's way too shallow for you, okay?
Where they at? Where they at? They right here somewhere.
We'll find them. Gosh, I almost feel with that storm going, we should go back where we were creaming them just for the last hour. I'm just worried we're, hey. I'm just worried we're not going to have good service. You're going to get bit.
There he is.
He was in there.
He was shallow.
You're going to get bit.
Huh?
Uh-huh. That is fun. Oh, that fish was literally in like 8 inches of water.
Yeah. Shallow.
I'm going to press it, Eric. Last hour, I'm going to press this. All right. I can't keep my bait clean out in the middle. For all our friends watching, this morning we started on this bar right here. Gosh! I mean, locked it.
Nice one.
That is a big one. We started on this bar in the morning. Oh my gosh. Unreal. And they were sharking a frog earlier. See that stuff right there? Yeah, naughty.
He's on. Nope.
Look at Bowman back there just winding. Just winding.
Can't stand it. Hey guys, how you doing?
I mean, every direction.
Huh?
Every direction. That is so great. That is so great. Look at that. Are you kidding? Bowman, you throw that way.
Yeah. I mean, just ate it.
Wow.
Hold them both up.
Huh?
So cool. So cool. I hope everybody enjoyed today, seriously. I know it's been a sucky few weeks.
Hey, we still got 45 minutes.
Oh, we do. I'm gonna try to get
45
on a
minutes
frog.
more therapy for everybody, including us.
Frog bite, frog bite, frog bite. Ronald, that did not suck right there.
Frog, eh? On the frog.
Look at the popping perch. Look at the popping perch. Gone. Goodbye.
I see what you're going to throw for the next 30 minutes.
That's super frog.
Right?
I'll pick the spinning rod up. I'm an idiot. How about that? A frog bite. Here's what's weird was Martin and I were out here yesterday and we both threw a frog and got 0 bites. And this morning, the first cast, boosh! I laid it down. We clear on rain for a little bit? All right. What a fun. Sketchy? I feel there's more right there.
Oh, coming in hot.
Boy, this does make it hard to tape anywhere else the rest of the year. It really does.
I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I mean, my thumb is bleeding. Literally bleeding. I got holes all poked in it.
I'm watching Bowman like a hawk. Like a hawk. I know I'm gonna press our luck with service, but I gotta see if we can get up in this one area. Martin knows the area I'm headed to.
They ought to be all along that bar
Yes.
strip, right? They've been on the
Hey,
top.
I wouldn't be scared to throw it across it on the, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. That frog bite was like 7 inches of water.
Yeah.
You hear Wes giving it to Bowman. You're gonna get ripped right over there. I was just gonna say, dude, you're gonna get ripped. So great. It's weird they like that those little sand spots.
Yeah, he was right on the edge of it.
Yeah.
As soon as it came off of there, stunk. And I mean cranking it.
Yeah.
Cranking.
Boy, I'm gonna put him down.
Look at this thing.
Yeah.
Death.
I'm gonna keep forcing the frog, just for the last out. Just.
Can't hook that one. He's messing with me.
That frog's in a dangerous area.
Yeah.
It's in a dangerous area. I'll tell you what's funny though is the ones that have bit this today have got it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, they can get it if they want
Yeah.
it. Oh my God.
We still good on service right here. Beautiful. If we can get just past that duck blind, there's some stuff gonna happen. Oh, I kind of front.
You're good, buddy. You're good. Don't worry about it. Come over here. See if there's anything up here over on this side.
Hey, Ronnie, pull to the right, just a hair. Not a. I'm gonna press our luck with service up here. Get it. We caught that duck blind right there for everybody at home. We caught some really big ones there yesterday. No. I'm gonna wind.
Somewhere in here we ought to get bit.
Yeah. So great. You called it.
Yeah. Good golly. He's mad, very angry.
What a bass fishing day.
What a day. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Look at that one. Good golly.
Bill. Best looking bass I've ever seen in my lifetime.
Yep, they're pretty. I mean, just loaded.
All right,
My fingers are
let's pull
destroyed.
away just a hair.
Z, I'm going to hit you with one
Yeah.
non-fishing related, but it's very important coming up, and that would be Corbin Palmer wants to know what your thoughts are that the Chicago Bears have 10 tight ends on their roster, and you know their offseason's not the best so far.
Well, the sad part is we got 10, but we really don't have one. Look at Bowman back there. Hot apple pie. Hot apple pie. He lost. we have 10 tight ends, but we really have no tight ends. That's the.
Good
I caught the smallest bass of the day right there.
That is the
I'm gonna tell
only
you,
non-keeper
Mr.
in this
P,
lake.
who owns the lake, he'd be like, "You need to knock the sod off of that boy."
I just wanted to know, you know, and maybe some Nick Foles thoughts from you as well. Corbin
Stop
didn't mention
it,
that, but
Ronnie.
I just want to know, hey, because I understand.
Oh, gosh. I just hung up.
When we were here last year, right after the NFL draft, the day after, I was picking on young Kyler Murray, but now my Cardinals look fine. We got Hopkins. Kyler might be an inch taller this year, so he's not
You're
so
a little
short.
piece of work right now. I hear the tone. I hear the tone.
I'm just letting you know.
Nick Foles is the man.
Let
Let me just say
for
that
you,
right
he
now.
is.
Let me just say that right now. Nick Foles is the man. I mean, come on. Off the bench, wins the Super Bowl.
I don't know how much tread's left on the tire. No pun intended.
I don't know.
Maybe Trubisky will win the battle, you know, with some competition.
Pull down right there.
Grass.
Got another question from Rob K on Twitter.
It's that magic stump.
Z, I'm going to Holland, Michigan in July.
Sure.
Can you give me 3 inland lakes to check out for smallmouth?
Easy. Who's that, Rob? Rob K?
Rob K? You can give him 3.
Dude,
Oh,
golly, son.
Ugh. Boy, they got up on the pad flat.
Oh,
yes,
God,
sir.
son. Dadgum slaunch. Good God. I mean, choked it.
Bud, you have strummed them today.
Huh?
Strummed
It's
them.
like,
Strummed them.
good boys, all right.
I would tell Rob K, just go to Lake Michigan. Don't worry about the inland lakes.
So Z, just like this show, normally after about 2 or 3 hours, it starts to go into the ditch a little bit because we're having so much fun.
Pretty
And
much.
A viewer wants to know, Kevin wants to know, Kevin W. from
I just got ripped.
Kevin W. from Little Rock wants to know what's your favorite brand and model of toilet paper since you got, you rush into the stores to get them.
I'm not answering that, Kevin.
Yeah, okay,
That's Kevin
that's fine.
Witherspoon from JM Associates. I'm not answering anything he's asking.
I mean, where's everybody at today? What are they doing? They should be watching.
Plenty of questions.
There's nothing on TV that's worth watching.
Walker Goodwin. Z. Walker Goodwin wants to know, what's your go-to lure in the summer months? Topwater, Texas rig, or jig?
Half-ounce structure jig. Absolutely. Half-ounce structure jig with a rage craw trailer, period. Wes gets tired of how many shows I want to tape with that.
God, it's so fun when they hit that thing.
So fun. And the great thing about that is you fish it from 3 inches of water to 30 feet of water, and it catches them. Should I play with fire to see if I can get us up in there? Or no, should I stay out in the middle? That's not what I wanted. All right, I'm gonna stay out in the.
Look at him back there, bowed up.
Bowman? Has he not? He stuck one?
So Z, general question from a viewer. You just wrapped up your Zona season
Look at
from
Bowman.
from
I'm
last
locked
year.
up, Jack. Get him.
Leave me alone.
Bowman's pulling rank right here. I don't give two rats.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone back here. Mind my own business.
Yeah.
Being all, what do you call it?
Loquacious.
Loquacious.
High-quacious.
He's high.
We were at break. He's like, "Hey man, don't be scared to throw a brother a thunder cricket one night." You know what I mean? Don't be.
Get out of my hole.
Give me some love.
Boy, you just got front-ended really bad right there.
Starting to get sketchy a little bit,
Yep.
but
Thank goodness we only did 3 hours today. Okay, I'll get us out.
so Z, you just wrapped up your 2019 season of shows,
Yes,
or
sir.
they just aired in 2020. What was your favorite one from this season of Zona's Awesome Fishing
Gosh,
Show?
you know what's weird is I got some buddies up in Fergus Falls, Fargo area, Lyle and Casey, and we taped some shows up there. One was with Mark Daniels, then I taped one alone. I just like that area of the country. Look at Bowman. He had one behind me. Boy, he was wanting to catch that so bad. That is a special area, and those are two really cool dudes. But to me, I'm dead serious. I think the best bass fishing is from Fargo to Minneapolis. Without a doubt, the best bass fishing I've ever experienced.
Oh, good. This feels
Well, I mean, I'm watching you. I am watching
got
you.
viewers at home asking about viewers at home and viewers in the boat asking if I'm still comfortable in shorts, and it's totally fine.
Yeah,
totally
I see
fine.
that, Bowman.
Z, one of a Michigander, Brian Evie,
My man.
asked, when dissecting a clear body of water in early spring, what depth level do you start at? I know you mentioned bluegill earlier, but is there a depth that you like to look at first before you find
Brian
bluegill?
Evie, good question right there. Brian Evie's a family friend too. Wherever I can find live grass, but that's a two-pronged question, because if you're talking largemouth, that's all I focus on is the last live grass. But what's funny is on our lakes, and I said this earlier, is how fast those largemouth will pop and go shallow. But in all honesty, for smallmouth, it's a total different game. Total different game where they're at in early spring. You know, they like deep inside turns, but here's what I always say is, for a smallmouth, be near the biggest flat on the lake. If you're near the biggest flat, even if you're off the edge of it, it don't take smallmouth long to get up and snoop around and want to be shallow. Just be near the biggest flat somehow, whether you're off the edge or on top of it. Smallmouth are a lot like whitetail. They like to stay real close to where they feed.
We got two more questions before we might take a pause in action. But Mike K wants to know, Z, we know we just got you to put down the spinning rod for the first time today, basically.
Hey, Mike K, this is for you.
So
Watch this.
He wants to know what your go-to knot is for braid to fluoro on a spinning rod.
Mike K, hands down an FG knot. Here's the best way to put it. I actually do a lot of seminars about that. It's probably the most asked question. Is the easiest one to start with is a double uni knot. Like that's how I started Hunter and Jacob, is a double uni. It's fast, but to me the best knot is an FG, without a doubt, hands down.
Now, do you have an issue with tournaments?
I mean, Bowman's just co-angling us to death right now.
Steve.
Now, do you have an issue tying it quickly on the water? That is one thing. You tie it up in the morning, you're probably not going to break it, but if you do, it takes a little bit on the water. Have you found a quicker way to do it?
It takes a little bit longer, but it's worth it. You know what I mean? Like I got an FG on this that I'm throwing here, and I've not retied it one time. Watch me break off the next bit. but I haven't had to retie one time.
Yeah.
Martin, this question's for you, and this is kind of from, it's 3 or 4 different people kind of asking different things, but
That makes no sense.
You've kind of partnered with Bassmaster. We've got the shield and everything there by your driver window. And you said you grew up in New Jersey fishing.
Yeah.
Was there any Bassmaster memory that you just remember as a kid, growing up watching any shows or specific, moments that hooked you watching that made you want to go out and fish?
Oh, they all made me want to go out and fish. I mean, that's like, I was a huge fish show, guy when I was a kid. Like, Bill Dance was like my hero, I watched everything he did, and I'd take his tactics to the local lakes and try them and everything else. But Bassmasters, I just loved to watch the competition. It was like racing to me, but fishing. So, I remember watching Ike and Ellie win it. That was cool because he was from Jersey, and, he was just getting started, I guess, back then, kind of. So that was pretty cool. But a lot of cool memories, man. It's just like racing to me, big wins and the hype of the classic and watching that and everything else. I've kept, in tune with it for a long time.
I don't want to speak out of turn, Martin, but
you can speak whenever
I know
you want.
if you guys don't get back to racing, and if we do have an Elite Series tournament, you are more than invited to join us in studio
Right on, yeah.
at Bassmaster Live for a whole week. Hey, don't look so excited.
A whole week sounds like work, but I'll come say hi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I might swing in for an hour or something.
Yeah.
We keep it light and airy.
That would be fun. I'd love to do it.
Go on with it, kid. End it with a bang. Hey, Mike, I'm going to lay the spinning rod back down. Mike from Indiana.
It's a big one.
Yeah, it is.
It's a big one.
That is a big one, dude. Wow. I'll help you with that one over here. I got a full-blown mess on the side of this boat. Just look at the whole boat as a disaster. Oh, that is a big one. Hello.
Come to Papa.
Look at that bass.
It's a good one.
You had him.
Yeah.
He wasn't going anywhere.
He ate it, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Look behind you.
Bowman, just.
Here, while you're down there,
Hey, bring it over here, Bowman. Bring him on over here. You got him caught in my drift paddle bracket, Bowman. This whole kind of a. Ooh, that's a nice one, Bowman.
you gonna make it over?
Yeah, just take him. Watch this. Oh, I had him, Bowman. I got him this time. Whoo! Hey, Bowman, that's a fine bass right there. That's a big one.
Is that a record for a camera boat driver?
Oh, well, look out now.
Look out. Standing in the wrong spot. Hitting your trolling motor. It was trolling motor.
Bowman, that was a fine bass right there. Huh? I'm just sitting down there landing everybody's fish.
Get him?
No. This is one of those spots that's just really hard to move from here.
That last one was right in that little ditch right
Was it?
there.
I'm gonna hit the stump.
You know there's one there, buddy.
I'm wanting to
When
get
we're
this
done, this is
Yeah.
going to be the saddest looking thunder cricket you
Look
ever
at that thing.
you ever
Oh,
done seen.
My gosh,
I mean, look
that.
at this poor thing, and they are just cranking it. I'm not even changing this till something like till they
No.
rip it off.
Looks too good.
It's just, it looks like an easy meal going 6 miles an hour, 16 miles an hour maybe.
25 minutes.
25 minutes. I mean, my wrist is about
Yes.
broken, literally. I mean, these bastards are mean.
Yeah. It's been a beat down. I owe Mr. P a big thanks.
Oh, Mr. P.
Yeah. Mr. P's gonna have me mowing his lawn around this pond for the next 10 years. I guarantee you that.
I'll come down and do it for you.
Exactly, okay.
Be a team player. All right, I'm feeling one. Feeling one. Come on. Nope. Thought he'd be there. I really can't believe we hadn't seen a deer walking that levee yet. Surprising.
Yeah. Hey, Martin, just an FYI, I do have a deer hunting spot for us next fall.
I heard that.
That's just a note to self.
Yes, sir. I can see us getting in all kinds of trouble together.
Okay, I'm bringing this back to the Holy Land.
All right, do it.
Boy, it's been a bladed jig beatdown today. Getting back down in the haunts.
Oh man,
Keep Bowman back here. He's got another one, doesn't he? Look at him.
he's so secretive. Back, I'm down to one. I'm down to two little hairs on my jig. Man, that one missed it. Get ready.
Look at him. Look at his rod. He's gonna bust the rod. I just gave him the rod. No doubt. You know what he's thinking? You know what Bowman's thinking to himself right now? Man, I'm gonna tell you, you're just reeling too fast. That was awesome.
Did you see that?
Welded. Welded. Look at that chub. Look how that bass is built. That is not normal.
No, he's like
that is not normal.
This
Show
wide.
him. Look at that bass. Look at that thing.
Oh. What in the
That is
world?
not normal.
Come on, man.
Where are we?
Come on, man.
Oh my gosh, look at that. It's 3 pounds and 10.5 inches long.
What? It's like a bluegill mixed with a largemouth.
That's not normal.
It's like that rock
It's
bass.
just not.
I caught a rock bass smallmouth. It was shaped like this, and it was a little bit bigger. I mean, it was 4 pounds, and it was 13 inches. That is crazy.
He is wider than he is long.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with you, bud. I mean, he just plowed it, too.
Just a weird looking little dude. Poor thing. Simple Jack. That's horrible.
Oh.
Horribly great.
All right.
Okay, we're back.
It's a good thing we're counting down because this is the last blade minnow you got, buddy.
It's not looking good, is it?
I mean, it's just been a bit,
Okay.
just mass destruction.
I'm gonna get us in the hot zone.
Mass destruction.
Gosh, do you know how bad I want to go in that corner up back there?
But you can't because
Nope. Okay. Yep. You're right too. Man. It's been a fun zone alive. Fun. I know. Yes, sir. Yep, we're getting near it. We're getting near it. Look at that cut. Ooh, I like your odds. I
Yeah.
do like the odds.
About to fall right in it. Right. Shocking.
Yep. We have pressed this area a little bit right here. Okay. Yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. Let me know when we clear up, EK. These two poles, I know we were clear before. Okay. There he is. Oh, gosh. That is, when they weld it, is the best feeling.
Swing him.
Ronnie, a few more questions before we tie a bow on it. Oh, I just had one drill it.
Oh my God. So
I'm gonna pull down here if we're clear.
holy moly. Look at the boil back there where you hit me. I mean, just feels like you pulled it through a stump.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to warm one up.
You can pull me up for a second.
Yeah, I'd say you'll get him.
You got it.
You got him.
Ooh.
Oh, he come off. I had too much line
So,
out.
Z, you've got a lot of different names. You've
Yes,
coined
sir.
a lot of phrases
I
for
do.
bass. Martin, what's your favorite nickname for a bass, a big bass?
A dadgone slonch.
That's what I'm talking. There's my guy. Huh? That's my guy. He knows how to play the game. He knows how to play the game.
It's follow-up. Is this the first week that you've said the word chublin regularly?
Totally the first time I've said chublin. Yes, sir.
What's funny is it works for anything.
I mean, you look at these bass, though, and you immediately think
Chublins.
chublin. Like, it's just...
Z, David Blankenship wants to know, how did you get your sons interested in fishing like they are with so many options available to young guys these days?
You know, it's all we've ever done. Karen and I have pictures of the boys, you know, on my parents' pontoon boat when they're, you know, gosh, they're this big, holding 4 or 5 pound smallmouth, and you know, the negative, if there's a negative, is they've grown up fishing really good bodies of water. You know what I mean? And they don't like, here's what they are. They're a little bit like this show. They don't like to fish places that suck, you know? Just because they've gone to Traverse City growing up, and I would take them to St. Clair, and when you do that, it's a positive and a negative, but the lake we live on, it's a grinder, you know, the lake we live on, and they've learned from that. But you know, if there's one piece of advice to actually answer that question, the piece of advice is never force feed it on them. When they want to go fishing, let them go fishing. When they want to go hunting, let them go hunting, and just don't press it. Don't ever press it.
Z, you've been throwing the poppin' pad perch. Kevin wants to know what kind of frog, or when do you choose what kind of frog you throw? When do you go between the pad perch and the poppin' perch? And
when it's dead, slick, calm, that pad perch is hard to beat because we've taped a lot of shows with it. But when you get a little bit of a ripple on the lake, that poppin' perch will give just a little bit more, it just causes a little more of a commotion, right? But I'm gonna tell you, like Wes and EK and all the guys at JM, when we've taped with a pad perch, it's mesmerizing to watch it. How well you pull it out. This is no joke. You know, on a usual frog, you got to take it out of the package and trick with it to get it to to walk. A pad perch, when you pull it out of a package, it naturally just walks. To me, a pad perch, I throw probably 75% of the time compared to a regular popping perch, probably 25.
And those are different kinds of frogs on the market, but one that's, you know, similar to most other brands, like a sexy frog. When would you mix in a sexy frog compared to the, because they're different styles.
Here's where I like a sexy frog. Number one, I like it in slop, okay? I mean, I'm talking about Bowman locked up, Jack. I like a sexy frog in slop, and here's another thing. I like a sexy frog for skipping docks. It skips better than anything that I found. I'm in Bowman back here.
It's hard to keep your composure with everything going on.
Here, got him.
Oof.
Hey, Bowman.
Biggin.
I will see you.
See your 7 and put up a 7.
Cool.
I'll spot lock us right there for a second. Dude, I just like throwing that worm. But I will tell you that a sexy frog just skips way better than a popping frog or a pad perch. The other thing is, what's interesting is, as much as I've jacked around, Todd Castledine from Texas is the one that kind of designed that. It's a very subtle frog. You know what that pad perch? It's kind of sneaky, if that makes sense.
Martin, I don't know who asked it, but I saw this a second ago. My thing is refreshed and I've lost it, but someone wanted to know, this is obviously irregular for you to have a break like this. How do you stay sharp when your job is driving a race car 150 to 200 miles an hour? It's not something you do daily. How do you stay sharp? Is there anything that you guys do?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I think there's not a whole lot. Really, there's no options. Like, there's nothing you can do. I mean, a lot of guys do sim racing, iRacing, and things like that. And I used to do that a lot. I did it more, I think, for enjoyment. But there's really not a whole lot you can do. You can't test anymore. And I think it's just, you know, you race cars as long as I have. It just kind of comes natural. Like, I feel like I can get in the car any day and be, you know, 99% on the first lap. You know what I mean? So, like, when you do it this long as a profession, you're dialed in. You know exactly, you know, what's going on. You know the tracks, and you just, you know, it kind of comes natural after a while.
Hey, Martin, could I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Do I have the right demeanor to be a race driver, car driver? Like, are you like last night when we were just hanging, where you're like, that dude could be a driver? Were you ever like that last night, or no?
I mean, we got guys that can be as ADD as you, if that's how you're asking me.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, like when we were driving this morning here, I was like, I got skills, and I know he's impressed right now. I know he's.
Yeah, I mean, you handled the mud and the roads nicely.
Faster than you normally do, don't you?
Well, I mean, I was tricking it up a little bit. Look at that. Show that to Eric. Show that.
I think it's officially D-U-N.
That is
Capital
really bad.
D-U-N.
That is done. You want to throw mine?
It is just wrecked. I mean, destroyed. Crashed. It has 4 pieces of rubber skirt left. No paint. Oh, my goodness.
This has been a beatdown.
It has been.
We've fished 3.5 hours, and I'm utterly exhausted.
My wrist is broke from them. They hit so damn hard. I'm going to throw this jig a few times.
Do it. Do it.
I'm going to change it up, throw the jig. Feel a little tick through that braid.
I want to go through that cut so bad. EK, I want to go through there so badly. I know.
If they're sitting on.
We have pulled on them. Woo!
I think they're pulling on us now.
Mm-hmm.
Dink. Just. Come on.
Been a fun getaway today.
It's been a blast.
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody is enjoying it on the TV, computer.
All right. Let's lean on him on this high spot. Got it.
Get it.
Oh, gosh.
It's funny, like you catch 300 bass and you still get excited.
I know.
Like, oh my God, he's got it. Right?
I'm still a mess.
It's like everyone could be your last. It's like a race, you know? When you win,
Right?
it's like every bass you catch, you just won.
One more.
Small victories.
One more. That's right where he was.
Right in that hole.
I feel like he's looking
Right
for
in
it.
that ditch.
I feel like he's looking for it. He got it.
You hit him.
That is the coolest thing on planet Earth in the history of Earth. Swim that worm and it goes tick. Would you look at this boat? What a disaster this has turned out to be.
It's usually a good sign, though, you know.
My hand is shredded.
Y'all think it's bad. You're getting excited.
Look at that.
100 of these. I'm taking.
It's not practicing safety, Z. It's not practicing safety.
Yeah.
No high five. Yeah. Hit me. Oh, yeah. That was gross. That was really gross. I don't know. Not real good. Safety.
This ain't the deal. This ain't the deal here. Swimming the jig, it ain't the deal.
Pick up that blade. You can use that one.
I just want to feel the thump on this once.
You really do, don't you?
Yeah, I just love it.
Bowman's in full-blown tournament. I know, man. I've had it watching these idiots catch them. Golly.
I think there's gonna be one right in there somewhere.
Yep. My man. With the braid.
Did I just call that? That shot right there?
And it's a big hit.
Oh my
No,
God.
you did not.
Oh no.
No, you did not do that.
Oh my God, he came off. Oh,
It's one of the biggest in the day.
oh, it was too.
It was a stud.
Oh my God, you got to be kidding me right now. I called the shot. I mean, called it. Gosh dang. Son of a gun.
For those just tuned in to Zona Live this
Yes, sir.
whole 3 hours, anyone who answered or asked a question using hashtag Zona Live, hashtag sweepstakes online will be entered to win the Zona prize packs, the TH Marine Tackle Titan, the Humminbird apparel, as well as you were throwing out Mercury apparel as well, Z.
I don't know what I
Baits
was
from the
throwing out.
show. Lake Master chips, a lot of giveaways. Everyone who contributed to the questions will do it. I've got one final question.
Yeah.
This one's for Martin. So Martin, there's
Shoot.
every sport, football, basketball, fishing, has
Yeah.
college, high school ranks that you can participate in and get to the highest point in the sport. For NASCAR and for racers, what
Yeah.
would you tell a young person that wanted to get into racing? How do they go and do that? Because it's not the easiest thing to probably just jump in a car or to get even started.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a great question. We get that one a lot. I think the biggest thing is you go to your local track.
Oh, gosh.
You know, whatever kind of local racing you have, dirt track, asphalt, go-karts, you name it, whatever it is you're interested in. You know, you go to your local track, and that's how we all started. You know, I started going to the track as a little kid, watching my dad and uncles race at Wall Stadium in New Jersey. And, you know, I started racing go-karts at the local tracks and worked my way up from there. So there's options, avenues, just like every other sport to go. It's obviously a little bit, you know, different, you know, to try to get a race car or a go-kart or something than it is to go buy a bat or a glove or a ball. And so it's definitely more challenging to get into, but, you know, go to your local track and, you know, if you got some buddies there or make friends with somebody, volunteer, do whatever you got to do to get into it.
A lot of my skills came from Wii.
Nintendo Wii?
So bad.
iRacing too. I didn't mention iRacing.
I'm unconscious at tennis and bowling on Wii. Ronnie, hook right, just a hair, just a hair.
Maybe.
You good?
I mean, how did I go and lose like the biggest one?
It was a
of
dude.
the
It was a
day?
horse.
Jesus,
Highest I've seen a giant
That
jump.
was a horse head.
it was a big one. I mean, just
When it jumped, I was like, oh no.
and I hit her hard too.
I know you did.
With braid.
Yeah.
Like, good grief. Sometimes it ain't meant to be, you know.
Got up in the marbles a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. It's got a little sideways. Yeah.
Took the air off you.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to race quarterback.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice. Where at?
Martin's track in Florida.
Oh, yeah?
Grew up,
Freaking dropping knowledge, Ronnie. I love it.
Nice, man. That's awesome.
got put in the wall in a borrowed cart. Somebody wanted me to race it, and I destroyed it. But it was new.
I can say that's happened to me in a race car before. Yep. Somebody gives you one to borrow, destroyed. Yep. That's not a good feeling.
I feel like you're going to get bit.
I know, I do too.
I really do.
Like right
Yep.
there, I feel
Yeah.
like it's,
Yeah.
you seeing any?
This is a, no.
Oh, okay. I thought I just seen
This is a
one take
mentally exhausting lake. Like,
Lyle says thanks for the shout.
my man.
Wants to know if you'd give him a little birthday dance.
No. No. Tiptoeing through the jewelry. Yeah.
Lyle caught like the biggest
State record.
in South or North Dakota.
South Dakota, I think it was. State record smallmouth
Yeah.
on an umbrella rig.
Giant.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How big?
I was
Pounder, I think, or something.
7 something on an umbrella. I didn't know Lyle then, and I was more infatuated with the hair.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep working up in here. I feel like there's a frog bite coming.
Be a good place for it.
Yeah, it would.
It is.
We have the super frog.
Oh, I've done that enough. She did work. She did work.
See if I can jig this one out of here.
I feel like we're on like kind of untouched ground. Look at Bowman out there, boy, just pulling away on them, boy.
Shaking them off.
Fun day, fun.
Unbelievably fun.
Oh, I'm surprised right here. Got it, got it. I'm gonna kick her on high. Look at, way to end it. Way to end it. My man, way to end it.
I just had to feel it.
One last time.
Thump that jig, buddy.
One last time. Martin, you were absolutely phenomenal, my man. Have a safe trip home. Big thanks to
Thanks,
everybody
buddy.
on Bassmaster.com, JM Associates,
Ooh, yeah.
Humminbird, TH Marine, Trocar, Striking, all of them. The Scorpion Woman, Karen at home. Thank you to everybody. Ron, thank you to you. You've killed it today, as always. Hey, Bowman.
Does it work?
Dude, that's fun. This is fun.
He's locked up again.
Shaking them off. Shaking them off.
Giant just came off that sand spot.
Serious? Thanks for having me, man. This was awesome.
We'll do it again.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
We will do it again.
You enjoyed it.
I got to keep casting.
You need to do it in the.
See everybody. Frog bite, frog bite, frog bite. Look at the popping perch. Look at the popping perch. Gone. What a day. Oh God. Oh God. Look at that one. Best looking bass I've ever seen in my lifetime.
Yep.
Bud, you have strummed them today.
Huh?
Strummed them. Go on with it, kid. I'm gonna end it with a bang.
Come to Papa.
It's a good look how that bass is built. That is not normal.
No, he's like
That is not normal.
this
Show
wide.
his Look at that bass. It's 3 pounds and 10.5 inches long. My man. With the braid. Did I just every direction? That is so great. That is so great.